Just 1 week ago, we saw DeepSeek roar onto the scene and steal the spotlight in the global AI race, leaving US tech giants wondering what had just hit them. Everyone was asking the question, can DeepSeek dethrone OpenAI's ChatGPT as the new go-to language model? On one hand, we have American AI giants OpenAI that was still riding high in ChatGPT's success, fueled by, well, you guessed it, money, and loads of it, billions of dollars from investors. On the other hand, DeepSeek, a newcomer out of China, a fraction of the cost. Add new rumors that they're rolling out an upgrade supporting millions of languages at blistering speeds, and investors are jittery. After all, nobody wants to be the last person investing in a bubble right before it bursts. Let's go back to the start of the story. ChatGPT didn't just pop out of thin air. It was built by OpenAI, a company that raised $6.6 billion in its latest funding round alone. That kind of money used to be enough to scare off most competitors. I mean, if you bring an elephant to a basketball game, you're usually favored to win. Unless, of course, your competitors also bring an even bigger elephant. Cue DeepSeek, the Chinese startup claims to have developed a rival model with just $5 million in training costs, which is basically the cost of catering snacks at a Silicon Valley conference. DeepSeek's rapid climb to the top of iOS and Android app charts hasn't slowed down. They recently launched a multilingual update that is supposed to be outperforming ChatGPT in response speed and processing. Whether these claims are really true or just a sneaky marketing strategy is still up for debate. But let's face it, when you can say I spent a tiny fraction of what you did and got the same result, well, you're bound to attract attention. It's like telling your friend that you built a gaming PC for just $200 and it runs better than your friend's $2,000 PC. Just be prepared for them to show up at your place with a toolkit and some questions. Now, all this talk about DeepSeek being faster, cheaper, and has rattled US investors. There's already a concern that China might leapfrog the States in AI development, a worry that led to restrictions on shipping advanced semiconductor chips to China. And yes, the back and forth drama is giving us whiplash. The US invests billions in AI, China invests millions, and somehow both countries keep pointing at each other going, "No, you blink first." Meanwhile, people holding stocks in AI giants are watching their portfolios like parents at a kid's soccer game, cheering with one eye open, praying that nobody sprains an ankle. But this just isn't just about money and bragging rights. DeepSeek's sudden success could influence geopolitics as we know it. If their platform keeps gaining traction, it might become a powerful bargaining chip, no pun intended, in negotiations between US and China. Let's not forget that the US is also lining up a $500 billion venture called Stargate, championed by names like Sam Altman, SoftBank, Oracle, and even President Trump, all aiming to solidify America's dominance in AI. The project is basically a giant neon sign that says, "We will not be outspent." Though it might also be read as, "Please, no surprises, we already have enough on our plate." And speaking of surprises, DeepSeek's rise hasn't gone unnoticed either by the crypto crowd. Some say accelerated AI research might bring quantum computing to the forefront sooner than we expect, potentially threatening Bitcoin and other blockchains. Now, if you ask me, that's a plot twist that sounds more sci-fi than reality. But hey, 2025 is shaping up to be a year where almost anything can happen. If quantum computing does roll out faster, we might see a scramble to quantum-proof everything from digital currencies to grandma's cooking recipes. So where does this leave you? An investor, a tech enthusiast, or someone who loves watching US and China duke it out over code and silicon. If you're an S&P 500 diehard who invests consistently over time, you might not lose too much sleep. After all, the AI field is likely to keep expanding, bubble or not. But if you're actively picking AI stocks, you'll want to keep a close eye on DeepSeek's moves and whether their claims stand up to real-world tests. Is it all hype, or have they truly cracked a more efficient way to train large language models? Ultimately, the story of DeepSeek is a reminder that the AI race is still wide open. Tech evolves quickly, and the next game changer can emerge from anywhere, whether backed by billions or a scrappy little budget. That's why it pays to stay informed, do your research, and not get carried away by the latest AI fad until you see the proof in the pudding. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.